Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining. And well done for those that have been joining through the week. And welcome for those that are joining for the first time. Let's just start our Friday practice. Fridays is slightly different, the practice, because the idea is that we build up through the week, but we're going to do slowly to introduce for those that you haven't practiced this before. So place your hands on your knees and then just, as every morning, a few stretches, twisting the body. Good. And the breathing start to feel a little bit longer as well as we stretch. And then we come towards the center, feel the hips nice and grounded, the stomach slightly in, but allow it to be soft because we want to breathe with the abdomen. Relax the shoulders, chin towards the chest, and close your eyes. And we start going inwards, starting to notice how is our breathing without judging, just bringing some attention. And knowing that the way we breathe, it can change the way we feel. So it's good to start noticing how is your breathing in different times, different moments of the day. Starting to take a bit more of control of the way we feel. So we start bringing the attention to the abdomen, perhaps place the right hand on the belly and the left one on the chest. And expand as you inhale. Exhale, contracting gently. So at first, perhaps it's only the abdomen that is raising and falling as we breathe. Keep going, feeling that movement of the right hand. And as the breathing becomes longer, then as we expand the abdomen, raise towards the chest. And as we exhale, contract gently the chest and then the belly. And by now, for some people, might also be easy to add the thoracic breathing as well. As we bring the breath longer, it can even expand a little bit higher. But without forcing, just allow your breathing to come to natural length. Good, and then bring the palms together. Try to keep the rhythm of your breath, pressing the palms at the level of the heart. And we start our gratitude practice, choosing 2 new things that we want to say thank you for. Perhaps I invite you to choose at least one of the things that is about yourself, about your body, being grateful. Instead of seeing the difficulties, see the good things. Starting the day with a positive mind. And then we can set our intentions for the day, for this practice. And with the next inhalation, palms together still, raising all the way towards the ceiling, chin up, head back. And exhaling, lowering the arms all the way down, bringing the chin to the chest, relax the shoulders. Breathe in deeply. And with a few blinks, open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for joining. Okay, so we're going to start with this practice. The Vinyasa is also used as a warm-up in many classes. So we're going to start just with some cat-cow, which is also a Vinyasa. Vinyasa is just the combination of two postures making a sequence. So let's just get some movement on the spine first. Align the hands with the width of the shoulders, elbows soft, the knees hip width apart. Good, and then as we inhale, soften the elbows, tailbone up, look up. And as we exhale, extend the arms, stomach in, chin to chest. And we do 5 more. Inhaling, follow the rhythm of your own breath. And exhale. Inhaling 3. And exhale. Good. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling, last one. And exhale. Good, and then come to the center with the spine straight, the stomach in, and tuck the toes under. Come onto the downward facing dog. Because it's the first downward facing dog, perhaps, of the day, then just bend one knee at a time. Feel the stretch on the back of the legs. Good, and then find that easiness on the position by bringing the weight evenly spread between arms and legs. And the way we do that is by bringing the shoulders closer to the thighs. Bring one step forward with both feet to bring that space between feet and hands shorter. Good, and then the hips high. Imagine that you have someone pulling from your hips towards the ceiling. Very good. The knees can be soft, and that's absolutely fine. And then from there, we're going to walk back, bending the knees to make it easier. Good. And then inhaling, bringing the arms to the sides, bending the knees, coming all the way up. So standing, bring the palms together, and exhaling, arms to the sides. Good. So we're going to start with the first round. In the first round, we're going to do variations. So once you see the variations, there's only 2 postures. That's we're going to do different. You can choose then afterwards if do the variation or the full version. So bring the big toes touching. Keep a space between the heels, so the feet are parallel pointing to the front. Soften the knees. The spine is soft. Arms to the sides. And then as we inhale, we're going to raise the palms up, bend the knees. So we come into a forward fold. The hips go forward, the palms up, and then exhaling, bring the arms to the sides, bring the hips to the back, spine is straight, and we come into a forward fold. Perhaps the first forward fold, it feels a little bit tight on the back of the legs, and that's absolutely fine. You can soften the knees a little bit more. And breathe there. We're doing more than one breath on the first round, okay? So as we inhale, we bring the right leg back. And then the left one. And we come into like a plank pose. Good, and then we bring both knees down on the floor at the same time. And we do baby chaturanga. This is the first variation. So we bend the elbows, but make sure that the elbows don't go to the sides. They come towards the ribs. And then we lower down without the chest touching the floor. And then bring the shoulders forward and come into up dog. When we are in our up dog, make sure that there's no weight on the knees, shoulders back and down, look into the front of the room. Good. And then from there, tuck the toes under and come into downward facing dog. Bring one step forward with both feet. Good, and then stretch the hips high. Breathe. And we do a special breathing here in Vinyasa, especially when we are in the downward facing dog. It's called Ujjayi breath. But again, we'll see this next week with more time. So with the inhalation, we're going to raise the right leg. We're going to bring the shoulders forward, and then the leg comes towards the front of the mat. If it doesn't reach in between the legs, then just move it and bring it forward. Good, and then inhaling, come forward, halfway up. Exhaling, forward fold. Good. Bend the knees, inhaling, bringing the arms to the sides, the hips forward, arms up, and exhaling, lowering down, arms to the sides. Namaste. Good. So when we do the big challenge is when we bring the leg forward, right? So try to move the whole body forward, not just the leg. We'll see now, we'll do a little bit slower this time with the left leg. So soften the knees, arms to the sides, shoulders down, inhaling. And exhaling, slowly bending forward, forward fold. Get inhaling, bringing yourself halfway up and then bringing the left leg back. Good, and then the right. Then we bend both knees down, elbows towards the sides of the body, bringing the shoulders forward, coming into up dog. Shoulders back, elbows soft. Good, and then tucking the toes under and coming into downward facing dog. One step forward. Good, and then just breathe there, slowly. Good, and then all of you come on your knees. I'm going to show you how to come forward a little bit easier. Let's just take this time in this sequence. So when we are here in the downward facing dog and we move the leg forward, if we try to move just the leg, then the leg is very difficult going to reach to the front because there's not enough space. So when we want to do that, then we bring the body forward and then the leg. So the body moves first and then the leg is the last thing. It's kind of the last impulse. And then it's got less range of movement to be done, okay? So come on your knees, and we're going to practice all together. So from there, we come onto the downward facing dog. Good. See if you need to do one step forward, because also that would help. Good. And then inhaling, left leg. Bring yourself forward with the shoulders and with the hips. And then bring the leg forward. Very good. Very good. And then the other leg comes forward and we come into halfway up. This halfway up, the hands can be on your knees, on your thighs, wherever it is, but the arms, the legs and the back are straightened. Good. And then forward fold. Good. And soften the knees. Inhaling, come all the way up. Arms to the sides. Look up. And exhaling, lowering down through the sides again. Namaste. Well done. So let's do it again. This time we're going to do a warrior one in between. So inhaling and exhaling. Forward fold. And as we inhale, halfway up. Let's do the variation again. Bring the right leg back. Then the left one. Then the knees, both knees down. Active arms, lowering down. And when the chest is very close, then we come forward and up dog. You tuck the toes under, exhaling, downward facing dog. One step forward and breathe. Good, and then from here we're going to do the warrior one. So we're going to bring the right leg forward. So bring the left heel slightly in, and the toes are going to stay pointing out. And inhaling, bring the leg forward again in the same way, shoulders forward, and then the leg in between the hands. Very good. Drop the back heel, the hips towards the front, inhaling, coming up to warrior one. Very good. Lowering the hips as much as you can. Relax the shoulders down, palms together if possible. Breathe slowly. Very good. Good, and then we bring the hands to the heart and then all the way down between legs, so to each side of the leg. And now we come with the leg back. And again, we do what we call the Vinyasa with the Chaturanga. We're doing baby Chaturanga, lowering down. Then up dog, inhaling. Tuck the toes under, exhaling, downward facing dog. One step forward. And breathe. So now we need to do the left side of the warrior one. So when you're ready, inhaling, raising gently the left leg, bringing yourself forward with the upper body, and then bring the leg forward. Good, and back heel down, hips towards the front, inhaling, bring the arms all the way up. Warrior one. Good, keep breathing, keep lowering the hips. Good, and then exhaling, lowering the hands down, bringing the leg towards the back, and then baby Chaturanga again, lowering the elbows, inhaling up dog, exhaling downward facing dog. Good, and then from here, we started with the right, and then we're gonna bring the right leg forward, bring the hips forward, right leg towards the front, then the left, halfway up, forward fold. Good, soften the knees, inhaling, coming all the way up. And exhaling, arms to the sides, lowering down, Namaste. Well done, everyone. Now we're gonna do with the left side, with the left leg coming back and forth as we start and we close. We're gonna do warrior two. So inhaling, arms up, exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway up. And exhaling, left leg back, then the right, and knees down. Baby Chaturanga. Inhaling up dog. Good, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. One step forward and breathe. There will be a time when our downward facing dog is used as a resting pose. We will be able to feel very comfortable in it. Okay, and now we're going to bring the right leg forward, inhaling between the legs, dropping the back heel, but now the hips come towards the sides and bringing the arms out, warrior two. Lowering the hips, breathing slowly. Very good. And then inhaling, bring the arms up and down, exhaling, bringing the leg towards the back, baby Chaturanga. Lowering down, coming up to up dog, shoulders back. Roll on your toes or tuck the toes under one by one. Good, and downward facing dog. Breathe slowly. Good, and then inhaling, now the left leg comes forward. Open the hips to the sides, coming up and bringing the arms to the sides. Arms stretched out, look into the middle finger. Breathe slowly. Try to bring the knee towards the back. Good. Feel the rhythm of your heart, the heat in your body. And with the next exhalation, bring the hands down on the mat. And the leg back. Knees down. Baby Chaturanga. Inhaling up dog. Exhaling downward facing dog. One step forward. Breathe slowly. And then the left leg comes forward. Inhaling. And exhaling the right one to close the sequence. Halfway up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, bend the knees. Come all the way up. And exhaling, lowering down. Namaste. Very good, well done. So when we do the baby chaturanga or the full chaturanga, downward facing, chaturanga, up dog and downward facing dog, these three postures together, sometimes you might find that they call it vinyasa. So the vinyasa, when you feel like you need a rest, perhaps that is the moment that you can skip one of the vinyasas, take a rest, and then carry on with the practice. That's absolutely fine. Just listen to your body and make sure that as you're practicing, you can cope with your breathing. If you feel like it's difficult to cope with the breathing, then take a rest and then carry on with the practice when it feels right for you. So we're gonna do one more. This time we're gonna end up in chair position. Chair position is this one with the hips towards the back, the arms shoulder width apart, and the spine is soft, okay? So we did twice as well, so we can work in both sides of the body. Arms to the sides, soften the knees, inhaling, look up, exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway up, exhaling, right leg back, then the left, knees down, baby chaturanga, inhaling up dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. One step forward. Good, and then inhaling, bring the right leg forward and hip width apart with the legs. Left forward as well. Good, and then keep the hips towards the back and come into chair position. Looking up. Relax the shoulders. Breathe slowly. Feel the heat on your thighs. One more round of breath. Good, and then exhaling, coming down. Inhaling, bring the right leg back. Then the left one, Vinyasa, knees down, baby chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. One step forward. And breathe. And now we do with the left, starting the chair position with the left. Inhaling, left leg forward. And then the right, hip width apart, hips to the back, inhaling, chair position. Well done, looking up if possible. If there's any discomfort on the neck, you can always look straight or look down. Keep the toes active. Notice the strength of your thighs. Good, and then with the next exhalation, lowering down. Bringing the left leg back. Then the right. Our last vinyasa, knees down. Baby chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. One step forward. Breathe there. And we close the session by bringing the left leg forward. Then the right, halfway up. And inhaling all the way up to standing with the knees soft. Exhaling, lowering down. Namaste. Well done, everyone. Open the legs wide and hold the hand behind your hips, shoulders down. Breathe slowly, close your eyes, bring the gaze up. And feel the sensations in your body. Feel the rhythm of your heart, the heat. Feeling energized. Feeling good about your practice. Good, and then gently open your eyes. Release the hands, and when you're able to move, grab your blanket to get ready for your Savasana. Covering the body even when it's hot. The more temperature the body takes, the more important to keep it for longer. Stretch the legs. Allow the feet to drop to the sides freely. Stretch the arms. And try to make your Savasana as comfortable as possible. Even if you want to use a pillow under your knees, but try not to use anything under your head. Try to have that with no support. Breathe slowly. Yes, for the last couple of times. The eyes are gently closed, the gaze up, and then allow your breathing to become free. Without controlling your body or your breath, just allowing yourself to be relaxed. Good, and then gently start wiggling your toes and your fingers. Increasing your breathing. Bringing the legs together, feet together. And bending the knees one at a time. Lengthening the spine, chin to chest. And then roll on your side, right side or left side, if you've got low blood pressure. Keeping your eyes closed and using your hands as a support to come up to sitting position that feels comfortable for you. Aligning the spine, chin towards the chest. Bringing the palms together in prayer position, pressing gently. And as a way of closing the session, we're going to sing one Om together. When you're ready, deep breath in. Inhale and exhale. And keeping the eyes closed, the gaze up, and the palms together. With the next inhalation, bring the thumbs closer to the third eye for the right thoughts, and exhale. Inhaling, bring them closer to the mouth for the right word, right say, and exhale. And inhaling, bring them closer to the heart center for the right feelings and compassion. And exhale. And with a few blinks, open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for joining.